the coldest city on Earth. And this city
Today?
in general. Every year, this is the coldest city that actually has people living in it. It averages negative 50 degrees in the winter. So if you want to pronounce it, because you looked it up.
I feel like I may have forgotten by now. Umyukin, Russia.
And today it's actually warm in Umyukin, Russia. It's only negative 48.
Which is not bad, really, considering. No,
Okay.
that's because the average is negative 50.
Mm-hmm. So it's warm today.
It's a little bit warm, 2 degrees warmer. So today we're celebrating 1 million cups because we've been doing this for how long here at Thinker?
October of 2017, so almost a year and a half.
Almost a year and a half. Nearly every week we've had a guest speaker present the thing that they're doing. So we thought we would look back on the different things that we're doing. However, before we get to these clips, because it's negative 25, on its way down to negative 31 or something today, we thought that we would also do an experiment.
Yes, a coffee experiment. We're going to find out how quickly coffee will freeze in negative 25 degree weather in Rockford, Illinois.
Now, the coffee is from Fresh Horizons Coffee Company, which is usually one of our coffee sponsors here at 1 Million Cups. The coffee is also sponsored by somebody else generally today, however, because nobody showed up, we have no other coffee sponsor. But it's Fresh Horizons Coffee Company. We've got 3 different coffee cups that we're going to experiment with, and Alex is going to go put them in the snow, and if he returns, then we'll move on to our clips. If you freeze outside, though, then we'll have a moment of silence and mourning. We have 3 different coffee cups here. We've got this, which is just a standard,
plastic cup that we have.
Yeah, a little cardboard cup here thing. We also have this fancy ceramic mug. Ooh, it's a little toasty. And then we have this tumbler here from 1 Million Cups. Now, as a 1 Million Cups presenter, usually you'll be able to get one of these tumblers at the end of your presentation as a thanks and a congratulations and a reward, really, for standing in front of usually about 20 to 30 people listening to your presentation. So let's take this outside.
All right, here we go. Ready?
We're going to wish him luck as he walks outside. Hold on, I'll get that door for you. Oh, it's so cold. Woo. Bye, Alex.
Bye.
I think we should lock him outside. We'll see if he manages to make it back. Where's he going? He doesn't know that we can hear him. Oh, look at that. So we're going to stick the coffee mugs outside,
my nose is
and
freezing.
we're going to see how long it takes them to freeze. This live stream might go on for 4 or 5 hours, depending on how long it takes to freeze.
The sun might keep it from freezing. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, it's negative 25 out there?
Rob wanted to ruin our experiment and put vodka in it.
And you didn't.
No,
Rob, you didn't do that, did you?
No vodka.
That would be a dirty trick.
It would be.
Well, we're here with our candle, our peace candle that says, hold on, it says, a state of tranquility or serenity. So here, celebrating 1 million cups, negative 25 degrees, we are at peace, staying warm inside.
Gloves up.
All right, so we've got our coffee cups outside. Now it's time to talk about some of our favorite clips from the past year. Now, these favorite clips, what inspires some of these favorite clips for you?
Well, the first one, we picked Dan Jarrett because he runs West Rock Wake Park because it's winter now. It won't be winter forever. And
are you sure?
Yeah.
We keep saying this, but I don't know.
That's true. We could be the next American Russia, I guess. But West Rock Wake Park is a wakeboarding park on the west side of Rockford, and it's pretty cool. So when Dan came in to talk about it, he needed more. He basically needs people from Rockford to come. So we have a clip of Dan talking about West Rock Wake Park because we're going to go there this summer, right, everybody? We're all going?
West Rock Wake Park with Dan Jarrett.
Thinker Day at West Rock Wake
Thinker
Park.
Day.
It's such an awesome space to have in Rockford. It's a neat time in Rockford also to be an entrepreneur. I think a lot of everybody in the room knows that there's a group in Rockford that really believes in the future and in a healthy form of progress and working together and Everybody
So
kind
our
of doing
mic's
their
wrong.
respective jobs and taking their unique ideas and putting it into practice. And Westrock is our passion project that we lived in New York City for about 10 years. I graduated with a degree in biology, minored in chemistry, and was going into medicine. And I fell into modeling. So I ended up living in New York for about 10 years. I still model full-time and act. But Westrock was the catalyst to bring us back to Rockford. I made a phone call to Tech, which is based in Germany. They have a U.S. distributor, and I said, hey, what's it look like for a regular guy to try to get some funding together to build a park? And we began that process, and it really accelerated our move back to Rockford. We knew we wanted to come back here. We love Rockford, regardless of what some people say. We're okay with Rockton and Roscoe, but we wanted to live in Rockford. Our family's based here. I was born and raised here, and we were pretty amazed to see how the progression took place with once we opened the door. And I was standing on the dock at a cabin up in Wisconsin, and with a friend of my brother's, and he said, "Hey, I think I've got a lake for you." We were moving along. It was very quickly. It was going to happen, and ultimately the deal with the lake did not work out. And somebody recommended I called the park district. I was a little nervous about bringing the idea to them, only because they have such a huge presence here, and little did I know that they would ultimately become the best partner that I could ever imagine. And I think this town needs to continually recognize what the role that they play in Rockford. Without the park district here, we'd have a gaping hole. So we decided on Levings Lake and walked the whole property with the stakeholders. The godfather of Levings Lake, Albert Jordan, if you've ever heard the name, he started Live at Levings. And people have barbecued and picnicked there for years, but Live at Levings has been the anchor attraction, I think once a month.
So that's Dan Jarrett. Now, one of the
Did we get to the part where he talks about he's a professional model?
well, that's what I was going to. That's what I was going to mention.
You were going to bring that up? Okay.
I was going to bring that up.
All right.
For those of us who are not male models, Dan is sort of an inspiration. So not only can you go out to West Rock Wake Park and wakeboard, but you can wakeboard with Dan Jarrett. He was also on our podcast.
Yep.
Talking about how he launched West Rock Wake Park and the partners that he has, and how great that's been in the area because of his partnership with the public parks.
Yeah, essentially, it's at Levings Lake, and the park district wants more people to go to Levings Lake.
Yeah.
So when he brought up the idea, the park district right away said, well, we've got a lake for you. Because it is really a beautiful lake, and not enough people know about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of a revitalization effort as well. Now, another person who comes to mind was Kiania Starks.
So this is one of my favorite ones, because especially since we started live streaming, a lot of people now who we talk to about being a presenter at 1 Million Cups, they get nervous, they get worried because, we're live streaming, so we need a slide presentation, they need this great 15-minute talk.
Yeah.
And Kiania, 1 Million Cups is for everybody. We found Kiania Starks through a business card at a business on the east side. I emailed her. She was very eager to come in. Turns out she wants to have a soy wax candle business in Rockford, and she's selling them out of her home. She'd never talked to anybody before about her business until she came to 1 Million Cups. So we were we were guinea pigs. We were the people she's talking to for the first time. And let's watch the clip. She brought a handwritten presentation.
The perfect formula and test it out, and everything worked out for me. Can I have a volunteer, please, to do the seduction massage? Anybody want to do the seduction massage? So what you do, you blow it out. Well, you let the candle burn until it's a full pour. Blow it out, let it sit for a few minutes. See your hand? And see, it turns into an oil. You know how if you've ever played in wax, you see how it clumps up. Seduction massage is an oil. It cures dry skin and eczema. And the fragrance lasts for a long time, even after you wash. What you think?
Feels pretty nice.
Nice? Good.
All right, so that's Kiania Starks. Now, she was reading her presentation basically the whole time, which is great because, like you're talking about, 1 Million Cups is sometimes a training ground for people as they're just starting out in business. And it's really a friendly environment. 20 to 30 people, let's say, who are interested in your success. And then they give feedback on that presentation. Now, one of my favorite parts of that presentation was you getting soy
The wax, yeah, that was
soy
kinda
wax
cool.
on your hands.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
It did smell good all the way to the end of the day. I will give that to her. That was it. So
Did it soften your hands?
I think so.
Do you hold on. No, I'm not going to touch it.
All right, so the long-term thing is, so Kianya, after coming here, we hooked her up with the Small Business Development Center. She's been working with them for a year.
Yeah.
And she's made a lot of progress toward her goal. We're actually going to have her back this spring to give us an update about where she's at.
Now, we do have a question from our live stream guest. We have Randall says, have you had any companies present that made or sold products that keep you warm in the wintertime? And I would say, yes, candles can keep you warm in the wintertime. Is there anybody else?
Not that I know of. I've been trying to get the alpaca farm people
Oh,
out from
yes.
Poplar Grove to come in and do it.
I would love an alpaca.
I know, but I have to drive out there.
You get an alpaca, and you get an alpaca.
That's right.
Alpacas for everyone.com.
All right, so one of the things we do every week is when the presentation is done, we ask you 3 key questions, right? What is the product or service? What is amazing about the management team?
Who's the target audience?
And who's the target audience,
Yeah.
right? Because every once in, and usually people nail that. Every once in a while, you'll get people who, we got visitors. Hello,
Is that a
Colin.
pastry?
Anyway.
Can you bring it up here with a knife? Hold on. We're going to have just a quick intermission while we get our pastry.
Colin Simpson, everyone.
Colin Simpson,
Cream cheese,
from
coffee cake.
Empyrean. Now, this is sort of a tight shot. Can we get Colin? This is Colin Simpson. He's from Empyrean, which is you want to describe Empyrean for
We're
you?
a construction management company in Rockford specializing in industrial construction projects.
Construction management company in Rockford, Empyrean.
And he walked all the way from the building next door.
Cheese-filled Danishes. This is amazing. That's fantastic.
If we're going to miss 1 million cups, we might as well eat.
This is great.
Your
let
scheduled
you,
to speak in March, right?
I'll let you figure out how to
March.
get that
Yep.
cut, and then we can participate in that. Thanks. If you have anything that you want to drop off at 1 Million Cups during this live stream, you're welcome to do that. Now, it is negative
actually,
25.
that's one of our last clips, too, when we get to freebies. But we'll get back to this.
So,
We'll get back to this.
so Todd, I think we were on Todd.
So, Todd,
There are 3 questions people are asking.
Right.
What is the product or service? Who's the target audience? And what's amazing about the management team? And Todd is fantastic. Should we roll the
Reinhardt.
clip?
Yeah, let's roll the clip.
roll the clip.
You can discover your aptitude, anybody. I hate it when people say, I'm just not creative. Yes, you are. You just believe the lie that you're part of the 98% that aren't creative. You are creative. If someone has a physical problem, Rhonda's come up and said to me some creative things that I didn't even think were possible to solve this or that physical ailment. She's creative. I don't think she thinks of herself as creative, but I want you to start thinking of yourself as creative as of now. And the same with all of you. Once creativity is understood in this very cold, light of day way, this problem solving, you demystify it. It's not something that is in the ether or inspiration or anything. You just solve the problem. And you get good at it. And you start having fun at it.
So Todd is a creative guy. Now,
Yep.
he's been in print publishing and design.
And radio.
Radio for a number of years. And you might you might think that these questions that we ask people, what's the product or service, who's the target audience, and what's amazing about the management team, you might think that those are remedial. However, when sometimes you get into the middle of a presentation, and if you don't have some documentation that tells you where to go, sometimes you could miss one of those important questions. And that was the case with Todd.
Todd gave a great 15-minute talk about creativity, but he actually never did say what he actually had as
Never
a product
told us
or
what the
service.
company
It was pretty
did.
good.
We saved,
You had to like drag it out of him.
we saved them at the
Q&A,
end.
yes.
And that's the importance of testing a presentation. If you're going to, what do we talk about? We talk about you could have an average product that nobody needs, but if you present it well, then people will buy it. And television commercials are sometimes a great example of that. If you've ever bought anything from QVC, where you didn't know you needed that hose that unwound itself, and then by the end of a half-hour presentation, you're like, oh my God, I need one of those.
I bought that.
Are you happy with it?
No. Well, it was great for
Yeah.
2 weeks, and then all of a sudden it started sprouting holes.
But you didn't need it, and
No,
it wasn't
not
very
at all.
good. But what a fantastic presentation! People buy it. However, you could have a fantastic product or service and not know how to present it, and then no one will buy it. So that I think is the importance of getting out in front of everybody for 1 million cups.
Yep.
And thanks to Todd for being a sport, coming out to talk about that. Now, Mary Cassiope. Mary's an influential person here in town.
She runs One Body Collaboratives, which is essentially a church sourcing way to help people.
Yeah.
They're trying to get all the churches together to figure out which ones offer what services. So when somebody comes in the door and maybe it's a housing issue or a car issue, they can right away point them to the right church that can help them. The reason we bring Mary up is because 1 Million Cups is, the Kauffman Foundation runs it, and they say they want small business owners or entrepreneurs. But each community can kind of pick who they can change it depending on who they want. So we've brought in some nonprofits to talk about themselves, One Body Collaboratives being one of them. And since we posted that one on YouTube, that is the most popular video we've had. And we still get requests occasionally each week for a copy of that whole video because people want to learn more. So that's the beauty about appearing to 1 Million Cups is it gives you that platform to get the word out about not just a business but a nonprofit. So we can roll that one.
1 million cups.
Good morning. I really appreciate the opportunity to present One Body Collaboratives to you this morning. I'm going to do just a brief overview of One Body Collaboratives, kind of the components that make up the organization, and then spend a little bit of time talking about our new Compassionate Impacts project. So jumping right in, One Body Collaboratives, our mission is to mobilize, further develop, and coordinate church-based resources to rebuild lives and transform our community. A little bit of background about us. We were formed as a faith-based nonprofit in 2015. At that time, we acquired Love Inc. of Greater Rockford. That may be an organization that you were familiar with in the past. And founded by two gentlemen that you also may be familiar with, Al Barcema and Lou Sutter. They also are the founders of Carpenter's Place Outreach and Empower Software. So the three main components that make up One Body Collaboratives is our Resource Coordination Center, our GAP Ministries, and our Compassionate Impacts Project. Our Resource Coordination Center is staffed by our resource coordinator and volunteers. It is a phone-based ministry helpline for individuals, and they're referred by a number of sources.
Kind of hard.
Primarily, their church.
Microphone.
Well, in between, the reason actually that we roll these clips is so that we can get food.
Yeah.
Because between these things, we have food and coffee that comes to us. Now, our next clip, food for fuel. Now,
He would not be eating. Food for Fuel would not endorse
that's
coffee cake.
bull. He would totally eat one of these things. He wouldn't tell you that he's eating it, but we know. Even healthy people, like me and you.
That's right. We're healthy, yeah.
Yeah.
So we started live streaming in November when I came back from the trip to Kansas City. Because I learned down in Kansas City that live streaming actually helps you get the word out to a much larger audience. And Food for Fuel, since we started live streaming, is the perfect example. Jim McElroy came in, gave his presentation, and since then it has been shared and viewed over 1,500 times. So it's our best viewed live stream so far. So let's roll, the beginning to Jim. I think I'm in this one too.
All right.
Here we go. So real quick backstory on myself. I am from a little town called Baldwinsville, New York, in upstate New York. It's similar to a Loves Park, and it's right outside Syracuse, New York, which is similar to a Rockford, Illinois. So I've been here for 23 years. I was born and raised in little Baldwinsville, married my high school sweetheart back there. Unfortunately, she was my high school sweetheart. I wasn't her high school sweetheart. So I was one of those guys that was victim of the friend deal, So we were friends, and it wasn't until after high school when we had gotten together, but we've been married for 26 years. We relocated and moved here. We've been here for 23 years. We're going on 26 years this summer. We celebrated 25 years last summer. But we have 3 kids, and down here, you can't see my littlest one, but this is an old picture. We're big Pittsburgh Steeler fans. We used to go to all the Steelers training camps in Latrobe, and had a great time with that. Met Coach Tomlin the first year that he had become a coach there, and those are some great memories that our family has of going to Steelers camp. This is Big Jimmy, and this is Healthy Jimmy. And so I have gone on this thing where some people have lost, 100 plus pounds before in one run. I've lost 100 plus pounds before probably 15, 20 times. 10 pounds here, 5 pounds here, 10 pounds here, 11 pounds here, and just like this yo thing. So my wife and I, and that's my wife over there, at our healthiest, we had started a health-conscious journey several years ago, and we combined with my oldest son had lost 69 pounds in 90 days. So what happened was we realized at that point that we had an...
All right, so one of the fun things about 1 Million Cups is the
freebies.
Some of our presenters bring us food. It's usually not just somebody walking in randomly to bring us food. Although if you want to do that, you're absolutely welcome to do it. We'll give you a shout out on the live stream, but sometimes our presenters...
Colin's outside checking our
somebody's
coffee.
checking our coffee. If you want to come check our coffee, you can do that too. It's just parked right outside. Now, Addie Ford from Grantview Distillery. Now, Grantview Distillery is a distillery that's launching here in the Rockford area, and they're actually distilling some old recipes that haven't been seen in 100 years. Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool, right? But she brought some.
Yeah, we can't really endorse drinking whiskey on a Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Yes, we can.
Well, we didn't.
We didn't.
She did a combined presentation with John Gustafson from Bear Grains. He's got a farm down in Ogle County, and he's actually making the grains to go into the whiskey. So when they showed up, they actually made whiskey-infused pancakes.
Which were worth it.
Yes,
because
they were.
Technically, because we didn't serve alcohol.
No, we did not.
We did not serve alcohol.
We had pancakes.
Addie Ford brought her pancakes. Let's see here. Let's say Addie Ford and her pancakes.
So this morning we have a little treat for you. John made pancakes with his Bear Grains, and we put a little whiskey in it.
It has the 40 Winks whiskey in it. So we'll just pass this around, and you guys can grab a pancake. And
the other kind of giveaways we had Susan Pitkin from the Chocolatorium, who has been chosen. Is it twice now?
Twice is Oprah's favorite dark chocolate.
Oprah's favorite dark chocolate bite, twice chosen for that.
And she also drew the biggest crowd to that point because I think people wanted the free chocolate.
Well, who wouldn't?
Right.
Yeah, so we've had whiskey pancakes, we've had dark chocolate. What else have we had?
Well, then there was Erica Smith from Sanctuary Spa.
Yeah.
She brought a massage therapist, and we got free neck rubs. Bailey, did you get one? You got one. And I got one, right? We just don't have it on video. I got pictures of it.
So we don't have you getting a neck rub on video, but we do have your hands being...
Now, we are trying to work out, we did a podcast with Erica, and we're going to do a second one where you're getting a manicure and a pedicure while we're doing the podcast. But we're working on that one.
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We're trying to get Alex to go ahead and get a pedicure. If you want to vote for Alex to get a pedicure, then you can do that. I'll be getting a pedicure while doing that video cast.
We'll
now,
see about that.
we've also had another giveaway. It's not on the list.
What was that?
For Halloween.
Oh, I was not here. I was in Kansas City for Halloween.
Yeah. For Halloween, she brought a recipe.
Alice Stacionis.
Alice
right.
Stacionis. She brought. She talked about her concepts, but she also brought a spread because she's working on a recipe book.
She wants to come back this year and present when the book's ready.
Yeah, she had a whole spread of food, and also her book.
Mm-hmm.
Those were some of our favorites. We've had a fun year and a half of 1 Million Cups. Now, we do want to plug this. If you have a concept that you want to present in front of, let's say, 20 or 30 friends, in a friendly environment, safe environment, get your concept out there and also get some feedback. Plus, it's networking.
Yep.
But it's networking it's fun networking. Because we play some music, we have some coffee, usually courtesy of Fresh Horizons Coffee Company, and then somebody else. And then you could bring your foods, and then maybe we'll have you on our best of when it's negative 25 out.
Okay, cool. So like next week,
Yeah.
is Mission Maven. She's out of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We've been able, so she's a startup out of Milwaukee, and so we've been able to get companies in here from Chicago, Milwaukee, and Madison, and then of course a lot of Rockford people. We haven't, just throwing this out there, we haven't had any companies yet from Ogle County other than John with his Bear Grains or Belvedere. So we're working on specifically trying to get some Boone County and Ogle County companies up here as well.
Absolutely. So is this a good time to check our coffee?
So we put it out about 23 minutes ago.
Is that 3,801 steps today?
Today, yeah. I had to do
What
my
have you
radio.
been doing?
I had to do my radio show at 6 o'clock. So I've been up. This is a long day for me. This is about it.
Truthfully, I'm not sure if 3,800 steps by this time is a lot or a little.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got to put about another 50 more in to go outside.
All right, so let's do this.
All right.
50 steps to get outside to test the.
What's your guess? What do you think? What do you think froze?
Well, I think should we bet? Should we have people on the live stream bet?
I don't know.
Is that legal?
I'm not sure if it's legal.
Who cares?
Okay.
If you want to,
right, here we go.
bet, you can bet amongst yourselves. We'll come over here and see what we get.
Rob's a little
outside.
slow. All right, we're ready. You on me now? Okay. Oh my God.
We get some more coffee cake here, courtesy of Colin Simpson with Empyrean Construction Management Company here in Rockford.
None of them.
All right. It's frozen. The door's frozen. Can't get it open.
10 minutes
opening.
from now, I'll be
kidding.
frostbit. Actually, the door's frozen, but
Fun fact: I think it was you who said it's unsafe to even breathe outside. Were you
I
holding
was
your
reading the
breath the whole
National
time?
Weather Service. They shouldn't have conversations outside.
Whatever.
In negative 25 or breathe deeply.
Did they tell all the people in Amyukin, Russia? Amyukin?
Did you ever watch Northern Exposure growing up?
I didn't.
So that was a movie. So the people in Alaska, they don't even wear a coat unless it's negative 10 out.
Let's
Right.
talk about this.
Okay.
This is good.
Okay.
Oh man. If you were to touch this, I think your hand would be frozen to it.
Ooh, that is cool.
That is very cold. So we have. I feel like we need to bring this closer here. Wow, that's cold. So here's a interesting thing. I'm not sure if you can see it. The inside of the coffee cup, a lot of it is evaporated, but then you can see a ring of frozen coffee there. Let's see how cold it is. We should have a thermometer and test it.
I think what
That's
we're
pretty
learning.
chilly.
This one didn't freeze either.
Frozen on the top.
I would have bet that the
And ice crystals
yeah.
on there.
Okay.
All you people on the live stream are wishing you had not tuned in now because
This is like an experiment that's failed.
there was so much buildup for it. Now you're like, what? He's just showing me ice crystals?
I kind of want to just put it outside and see what happens. Just leave it there.
Then there's this guy here.
That should be fine, right? That's a thermos, right?
Well, we'll use the term thermos loosely. It's not frozen, though. It still smells like coffee.
You gonna drink it?
Of course. It's warm.
So these.
You talk while I get a thermos. Like,
So
while I
this
get a
actually,
thermometer.
if you want to, these actually work. Negative 25 degrees keeps your coffee warm. I actually thought this might crack, right? Don't you think like negative 25 shouldn't this break if I drop it? But I'm not going to. You know, here's the deal. I don't actually drink coffee. I have never had a cup of coffee in my life. And it's because when my dad left every day, I would come downstairs to the cold, stale coffee smell, which is this smell right here. And I just never wanted to drink it.
All right, let's talk temperatures. People are starting to tune in now because we've gotten all scientific on them.
That's it? That's what
85, 90. It's almost about 100 degrees. That's actually pretty good.
That's, yeah, those work.
Let's look at this. Oh, a precipitous drop. We're down to 70, headed down towards 60. Passing 60. The suspense is building, isn't it? People are like, where's it going to end up? Will it get past 50? Anyone? Will it get past 50?
I was thinking 40.
50 degrees.
So this was covered, but it was a plastic cup.
You keep saying plastic, but I think it's cardboard.
Cardboard? Well.
60.
So it's going up?
It's going up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the covering's probably what did it.
62 and a half. 66. 68 degrees. There we go. We're at 68 degrees. So we have 68 degrees. We have, what I say, 50 here, and we had close to 100 degrees on this.
Yeah. So obviously, if you're going to be outside in negative 25 degree weather and you want your coffee, you got to get the thermos.
Or Cassie. So we had somebody guess 45. So Cassie guessed 45 degrees. Addie Ford is on. I bet she guessed. Addie probably guessed like 62.
We could actually use the whiskey infused pancakes, Addie, if you want to drop by. We're stuck here today.
So this is interesting. So the concept here, I think what we've proven is that if you're going to be outside today, you either need to wear cardboard or you need to wear aluminum.
I guess so. Yeah, walking around with one of these isn't going to help.
Yeah, don't wear ceramic, and always keep your top covered.
I really thought we were going to have like a frozen block of coffee to like drop on the floor or something. So I don't have a magic ending.
Well,
for
we
the
were
show.
hoping that this would crack.
Yeah,
right? We wanted it to explode, and we thought maybe if we videoed that in slow motion, we'd see one of those epic YouTube videos where it's coffee splatters everywhere.
So I guess maybe we'll have to take this video and fake it and find one of those.
That's what we do here, 1 million cups. Most of our videos are fake. Fake studio audience.
All right, so how do we want to wrap this up?
Really great question.
Well, we'll see you here next week. So next week we'll have actually a real speaker, and they'll be back there, and we'll be back behind.
We're real speakers.
We are real speakers, okay.
We're real speakers. We're just goofing around a little bit, reminiscing about a year and a half of 1 million cups with coffee, courtesy of Fresh Horizons Coffee Company. And then there's usually another sponsor on that when we've got our live studio audience. You'll be joined by 20 to 30 of your friends and comrades to listen to your presentation if you wanted to join us on 1 million cups. There's always free coffee, and you might have the opportunity to join us also on our look back, some of our favorites.
Yeah, so when we do our Polar Vortex look back next year.
Polar Vortex 2020?
You drank that? No, that's the warm one.
Mine.
Oh, I was going to say you can drink that.
I'll drink this.
Iced coffee is a thing, right?
Somebody's going to have to cut us off, or we're
Yeah.
just going to continue drinking coffee and eating,
All right.
which is probably what most of you people are doing at home.
So let's wrap it. Okay. All right, so we'll see you next Wednesday at 1 million cups.
9 a.m. Thinker Ventures.